So part 2 is here, and then we need to get more serious now. Yeah. We still have Reggie, Tando, with the red clips even, the best Lee ever, and myself. You know who I am. But yeah.
Do we really?
Should I mention my name?
Do we really?
I think
everybody who knows me knows
my name is
knows me as special. It's over.
For real? I feel like I didn't get that intro.
No,
we just
there's people who I don't think I want to speak to again.
Yeah.
I introduce myself as special. That's like my
okay.
By the way,
name.
he introduced himself to me like that, so
That's
I get the
special.
feeling that this friendship has
A
been
couple of
shared
years
for
later.
like I don't know how long, but it's okay.
However
though.
you feel, it's fine.
It's okay. In fact, this whole week, Jay, I've been seeing your true colors. It's okay. It's fine. I think we will need
50
to have a
Shades of
talk.
Special.
We have a talk.
Yes, you're probably going to be exiled
Can we?
from the island.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, this island, bro.
I'm in exile mode. It's fine.
It's fortified. Anyway, can we please?
Wait, where do you want to go now? Because I feel like we've gone everywhere.
Can we speak about what we spoke about and cut ourselves off yesterday?
What?
Our abortion.
Oh,
Yeah.
yo, shocking stats. They said something about there being 2,000 to 3,500 abortions being done every month in our country.
3,000
Yes, 3,500 every month.
every month.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no. I thought you like every day.
Oh, no.
Hey, girl.
Hey, no, that's why I'm like, okay. It's not,
it's every
okay.
month.
But
I think
mean,
that's still a lot.
That's still a lot.
I'd be okay with the number being higher.
Higher.
10,000 maybe. Because I feel like if you don't want a child, don't have a child. If you don't want the child and then this child is born, and then what if you still don't want the child when the child is born?
Yeah, you should do my shit.
And then they grow up to be a murderer and then you brought the world problems.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm okay with that.
So you're
Totally
pro abortion. Yes, do it for the right reasons though.
There is no wrong reason for having
Oh,
it.
okay.
If you don't want a child, don't have a child. What I'm totally against is parents convincing people to have kids. That I totally detest. Because then you have a child, this child is here, and then
what?
Then what?
Yeah.
Fine, they'll help you when the child is in, like, from when they're born to pre-primary,
Yeah.
and then after that you're on your own.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who said no.
You're having this child, yeah.
Okay.
That's the problem I have.
Okay.
And then as much as
You are pro-choice.
let me not go into it. Yes, I'm
are
pro-choice.
pro-choice.
Yes.
Reggie, your thoughts?
Recapitulate the question.
What do you
stats,
think about
what
the
do you
stats about
think?
abortion?
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous in what sense?
3,500 is a lot. No, like 3,500 is a lot. I mean, if people do not want to have babies, they must have sex. Like, they must take precautionary measures.
Yeah.
Like,
But shit happens.
shit happens, then go get the morning after.
Shit happens. We have, to date, the highest recorded rape statistic ever, everywhere in the universe.
Well, if it's
so,
rape,
I mean,
then
like, they're all
that's a
kinds of-
different thing.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna like just like have sex recklessly and then go.
So you have sex recklessly, you're raped. Two different scenarios, two different girls. Both of them don't want the kid. What are you saying? It's okay for the
I'm
one that was
saying-
raped to have an abortion, but the one that was reckless, she mustn't.
She can,
No,
but she
she
must
can.
be careful next time.
Yeah, like she must take like precautionary measures. I mean, you
Wait,
can't take precautionary measures.
what's your problem with abortion?
Yes.
Let's get to that.
If you have one.
No, why are you anti-abortion? Let's be
I didn't
honest.
say I'm anti-abortion.
Why are you anti the numbers?
Because I really feel like there's a lot of things that could be done for it to be prevented, like safe sex or
Condom rape.
responsibility,
Yes.
abstinence, whatever. There's so many things. You know?
No, that
I think abstinence is
it's
not.
a
It
dream.
doesn't
No,
make
it's a
sense.
dream. No, trust, it's a dream.
Nobody is going to abstain.
People do.
I did for the first 17 years of my life.
You didn't abstain for the first 17
Okay,
years of your life. You
but
just didn't have sex.
I didn't have. Well, I had the
Wait, whoa,
opportunities
no,
had
no.
presented
Wait.
themselves.
You had never had
Numerous
sex
times.
before, so I don't think
She
we
chose
can.
not to.
I don't think we can define it as abstinence. If you've never experienced something, you can't say no. I didn't choose to
Yeah,
have
choose
this thing
to-
for
okay.
that long
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because you didn't have that temptation, that actual knowing what it is and then wanting to go back. You
Yeah,
didn't
but
have
she-
that.
She had.
But I chose not to. That's what I'm trying to say, is that I've had multiple opportunities to
To
get
have
this
sex.
done. And I
True.
said no.
True, you said no to sex. I don't think you can call that abstinence.
Then what is abstinence?
Abstinence is having had sex, knowing how nice it is.
No, I believe.
Isn't that celibacy? What you are talking
Well,
about is celibacy. What
Okay,
I,
but okay.
what
know
I have
yeah.
chosen.
But I still feel that abstinence is the wrong word. Whatever definition there is to it in the
Oh no,
dictionary.
abstinence is not even. We can't even put abstinence in a box to say that it's only
It's
about sex.
subjective.
Yes,
It's
you
really
could
subjective.
abstain from alcohol. You could abstain from drugs. You could abstain from having a social life. You know, all kinds of things you can abstain from.
And like people like can abstain in different ways. To me, abstinence could be not having penetrative sex. I can rather have non-penetrative sex. To
Okay.
someone else, they don't do anything. Like they're
Yes.
not touching. That's abstinence for them. You know, so it
No
actually
touching.
like-
With me, it was no
Hey, baby.
touching, not even sexting. Back when Mixit was still hot, bruh.
Yeah.
Mix
Like,
it day.
you know what I'm saying? So I chose not to. I said that I don't want to.
Okay.
So you're anti the numbers,
Yes.
but
I think it should be
The numbers are too high.
I don't think the numbers are high. What's our birth and death rate currently? Because I remember this time when one was higher than the other. We had a higher birth rate than death rate.
I
So
see
more
that
kids were
happening
being born
still.
than
Yeah,
old people were dying or some shit like that.
I see that happening still. Probably.
Yeah, and so based on like economically, I'd say those numbers are low as
Okay.
economically.
Okay.
But if we're like gonna be like religious or moral or whatever the case is, there's like one is a high number where abortion is concerned, obviously. But now, because of all, so yeah, I'm pro-choice. I'm not anti the numbers, but yeah, I'm pro-choice.
The problem I have with religion when it comes to abortion
Yeah.
is that they will tell you that killing is wrong or whatever. But now these people who judge you for having chosen to do this thing, they forget that the same God that they pray to, the one that they are forcing down your throat, let's put it that way, that same person gave you the freedom of is it
Just
free
free
choice?
will, yes,
Free
yeah.
will, yes. He gave you that. And then this same person is the one who said, if you have no sin at all, then you can say, no, you can't do that.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
if by doing that, you were doing wrong.
Remember?
And according to the Bible, sin is sin, regardless of what
What
it is.
kind of sin it
So,
is? Yeah.
you killed
No,
by
right.
judging me for having an abortion. You might have just done the same thing that I did.
Remember. Oh, let me say in God's defense. Ne? You can't say, yes, our religion dictates that we are representatives of God and His laws and His principles and such. In the same breath, you cannot look at us and then say, but this is how God is, therefore, we are going to.
With regard to us.
Now, with that said, ne, I get you said something about people, us Christians saying that like abortion is equivalent to murder, right? We are killing
Wow.
a soul. It goes back to the is it an ethical debate about whether a fetus can be regarded as an actual human being or not. And remember that there is a certain gestation period up to which you cannot have an abortion. I think it's about
3 months.
eh?
3 months.
No, it's not 3 months. My dog, 3 months. That thing doesn't even have limbs.
But in South Africa, after 3 months, you can't have an abortion.
You
As far as I
can.
know. As
You
far as I
can.
know.
You can.
Up until when?
There's up to there's a certain number. I don't know if it's 24 weeks, which is about 6 months or so, when you cannot from that point upwards, you cannot have.
No,
an
that's
abortion.
high.
6 months, bruh.
I don't know, but then either way,
There's a certain time.
there's
yeah.
a certain time where you cannot
Okay.
have an abortion because then there's an ethical issue with that. Now we have to go back and ask ourselves: can we say that a little ball of cells is in fact a human being, a
Yes.
living thing? You see, then that's when we can say yes, we are equivalating Is that the
Equating.
word? Yo, equating. My gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. We are equating what's this abortion to murder. That's where we can draw the line. And I think it's different for each person. I could look at a ball of cells or a fetus and say this is not yet a human being because it doesn't have a heartbeat. There are
But
no
then
limbs,
doesn't that
etc.,
now go
etc.,
back to the whole debate about science versus religion? Because I know for a fact with religion, once you're pregnant, whether or not it's just a couple of cells, that is a human being already. Whereas with science, it's cells. They have not formed a being yet. So
that's what I'm getting at, is that we let's not bash religious people for their views. Let us rather say that, okay, if they see that abortion is like murder, then that's cool. They can see it as that, it's their thing.
They mustn't judge me.
Yes, at the same time, let us not judge when someone keeps a baby and then we look at them and say, oh, this one is loose. Look, she's even pregnant. She's
But
got
that's
a
not
baby.
going to happen.
Because we do the same
That's
thing.
not-
But
yeah.
the funny thing is, we Christians, we do the same
Yes.
thing. If you abort your baby, I judge
You're
you for
judged
it.
for aborting,
If you
yeah.
keep your baby, I judge you for it.
There's judgment.
Being
There's
a mother
judgment
15,
all around.
yeah.
You cannot escape judgment, no matter what you do. More like thing. You
So
could
then
try
it
to.
becomes a matter of which is the greater sin, and a sin is a sin is a
A
sin.
sin is a sin. at the end
So
of
the
the
fact
day.
that you are judging is just as bad as the person that
We forget, you
considers-
see, that's the problem with us Christians. We
Murder
forget
or
that
abortion
there are
or
certain
whatever.
scriptures in the Bible that remind us that, remember, in
Calm
as
down.
much as these certain things are wrong, you need to calm down. Don't be so angsty about it. Don't
Yeah.
go out there and smack people with Bibles, tell them they're going to hell.
Yeah.
Who are you to do that? Because Luwena, you've done certain things that you
ABCDFG.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
proud
yeah,
about,
yeah.
right? You've done certain things that you wouldn't stand in front of a microphone in front of people and say, yes, I've done this,
I've
and
done
I'm
this,
proud of myself.
yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. And, back to the whole abortion thing. I've had an abortion, right?
Yeah.
And this happened the second time I was raped. I fell pregnant, and then I thought, okay, I'm still in school.
Yeah.
I still have a future to think about. That time I'm in a Christian home, like I can't
Yeah,
have this
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Like it's and that time, I mean, I'm thinking if I want to have a child, I'd at least like to support it myself.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to have to leave it with my mom. Right now, my grandmother's looking after my sister's kid.
Yeah.
So my parents are still working too. So I can't
Don't
necessarily
want
leave my
to
kid
add
with
the burden.
my
Yeah,
parents. So
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
have to leave them with my grandmother, and she's already got things going on in
Yeah.
her world. So at the time I felt I can't bring my child into a world of chaos.
Yeah.
Like my world is chaotic right now. So I think it would be best if I let it go.
Yeah.
And then for a while I felt bad, but then fortunately, having to go through therapy and having the family that I have,
Yeah.
I was able to not necessarily get over it,
Yeah.
but to get past it.
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
get to a point where I was like, okay, in as much as it happened, I'm not going to
It is well with my soul.
let it define
Yeah.
me. I'm not going to walk around feeling bad.
Yeah.
And now I understand as well when girls do these things. Because before I was like, oh, me, no. I'd never have an abortion,
never,
you know.
yeah.
I'd keep my baby. Like, I had to keep my baby because I grew up in a Christian home, things like that. I said that. And when I was in their shoes,
Yeah.
it was a completely different story.
Yeah.
Now I was standing there like, okay, I know what God said.
Yeah.
But I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for a child right now. So even then, the child wasn't planned.
Yeah.
So I can't necessarily say that.
You don't want to bring them up into.
I don't want to look at you and think,
Yeah. You remind me of.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I fear
yeah,
that. I fear that happening because I'm not going to lie to myself and say I would never look at my child and blame them
We're
and
human.
say that you are a product of rape. I mean,
Yeah.
it's bound to happen.
It
with
is what it
something.
is, yeah.
And I don't want to bring a child into this kind of environment. So that's why I made the choice that I made. Yeah.
That is so deep.
It is.
You sure?
Do you understand what I'm talking about?
I hear you.
Because I've heard people give their opinions on abortions, and I've
Yeah,
kept quiet
yeah.
for a long time, like not really telling my story.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how judgmental people can be, and it's amazing how people can quickly say, "I would never do that. It is so wrong," and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
At the time, I didn't even think of my child as a ball of cells, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I thought of the future. I thought of if I continue on this journey.
Yeah.
What kind of a mother am I going to be? You know, I don't want to be that mom who's sending my kid to my gran, and then they ask questions, you know,
Yeah.
where's my dad? You know, what happened? Why isn't mommy raising me?
What's
and
going
things
on?
like that,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm busy, I've got school, I've got things, and even then, when I graduate, I still have other things that I want to do. You know, I've got so much that I
Yeah.
want to do. I can't bring a child into
And then you get judged.
I
for
get
wanting to be
judged.
yourself.
I
For
get
wanting to
judged
be
for wanting to accomplish my dreams. I get judged for being a dreamer, my dude. Like it's so sad.
But
This life.
listen, you know what you learn after some time is that you do nothing, people talk. You do good, people talk. You do bad, people talk. People are just gonna fucking talk. So give them something to talk about then.
By the way,
Yeah.
you know, one swear word per recording. It's over now. It's over for you.
When did
Why
I
is it
say?
one now? Isn't it five?
It was 5 that time because you were angry. You
Oh,
just
okay.
now.
What did I say?
You know, sometimes
I can't say it because then I can't use my word.
Sometimes.
But what did I? Okay, tell
Okay.
me. Was it the S word?
No.
Hey.
F.
Bullsh. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, we're not allowed to swear?
Can't be like
Once.
no. Can we extend it though?
To how much?
Let's make it 3.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's be patient. It's my life, dude. Like really.
Okay. Here's a question.
Uh-huh.
You being a lesbian,
Yes.
let's say you're married.
Okay.
Would you want your significant other? Well, yeah. Would you want your significant other to? Would you accept your significant other having another
Another what?
spouse?
No.
This must be one-on-one.
What? No.
Okay.
See, but now, I'm a hypocrite in the sense that I see myself catering for more than one significant other.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, like I don't mind having 3 wives. Because I'm a
You don't
lover.
mind.
I don't mind. I just would never be someone else's number 3.
So you want to be the main one. You want to be like.
It's not even about that. I think the reason I would never be someone else's someone else is because I'm too damn proud. And my ego is just so damn big that if I
It's
heard
quite big.
that you had someone else, I'd be like, deuces, I'm at the door. But most people can overlook the fact that, oh, so you had someone else. Yeah, and then they cater to this, and you cater to this. Oh, okay, no, cool. You know?
For me,
We're not the same.
infidelity is a no-no. Regardless, it can be little. If you feel like you had to tell me because you felt bad,
Yeah.
then it was wrong. You shouldn't have done it. Then I'm like, well, I can't just say
It's complicated.
It's within context.
Yeah.
Reggie, would you be somebody else or somebody else?
No. I'm too selfish.
Would you want somebody? Would you want a somebody else?
Would you want more than one someone else?
Someone.
It depends on the type of situation. I mean, if it's a serious thing like marriage and stuff, no. But if it's something else, then I wouldn't mind. I don't think I would mind. Well, I think it would be due to different reasons, like what that person, like what I'm benefiting from that person.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you don't get the same thing from this person as you do from that person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've literally come across so many situations where I'm dating one person and this person is so very different from the other person that I'm attracted to, and they are complete different people. And what I love in this one is not what I love in that one. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, can't I just nudge you into one being and then just have my perfect being, you know? And it happens. Like it's the ideology of, most people say, this is bullshit. But with one, it's passion and lust, and you guys,
It's sexy time.
they fuck the shit out of you. Second swear word, okay. Whereas with the other one, it's intimate and it's, you know, and
My
you
love.
make love.
My only one.
And
Well, not
it's-
your only one.
Hey man, I'm just saying. Yeah, anyway. That's my opinion. Next.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
16.
Would I be okay with being
Somebody else is somebody else.
no? I'm very stingy. Kimotwana, very stingy. Can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. Like, I can't share. When it comes to that, I can't share. However, I do have a history though of having other people on the roster, but that was out of boredom. It wasn't really because I found something in that one and I found something in that one.
Yeah.
It was more of I'm bored, but I can't leave you because I'm too nice, so it's fine. I'll just go and then do whatever I need to do that side, and then eventually it'll die, and then it's fine. It was out of selfishness. It wasn't really because I connected with both of these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just me being selfish and stingy at the same time. Yeah, that makes sense.
I understand. For me, I said this
Yeah, you did.
last week.
Even though.
Well, the previous recording, let's put it that way. For me, monogamy is monogamy. I am monogamous, and
You are a penguin. Well, okay, I won't say penguin. Because penguins made for life.
I'm with one body at one time.
Okay.
I am not with more than one body.
My guy, you're reminding me of something. I was watching a TED talk. This lady was talking about infidelity in marriages. And she was saying that back in the day, monogamy was one person for life. Today, monogamy is one person at a time. I was so blown away when she said this. I was like, it's actually kind of true.
Really true.
It makes so much sense. And how she broke down infidelity was just so beautiful. I was like, damn it. Cheating didn't look so good. Like, it's like how she put it was, when you deal with a spouse that is cheated, right?
Yeah.
Normally, humans would say, you cheated on me, I'm leaving you.
Son of a bitch.
You know what I'm saying? And then they walk away, they get mad, and then they're just blaming the world and all of that. She says when she counsels couples who have gone through these things and then they're working through it, right? She says that there are important questions that we need to ask. We have to ask, what did that affair? Now this is now in married couples, like boyfriend and girlfriend. But what did this extra marital relationship mean to you?
Yeah.
And you have to ask yourself, how did it feel for me? Like, you ask the person who cheated, what did it mean to you? Did you do it because you were bored? Did you do it because there's something missing, like sexually or whatever? Did you do it because you actually have a connection with this person? And then that's when you start to decode then how it started, why it started, and whether it's worth, the marriage itself is worth working on or not. Instead of just immediately pack your stuff and go, you'd rather have those kind of conversations. Because you might miss out on the best thing that's ever happened to you, but because the one made a mistake. Not a mistake. Let me not say mistake. Darn it, man. Please be on my side for once. I'm not saying, okay, let me not say mistake, but this one messed up.
Yeah.
This one messed up one time. And because you're a person who's quick to move, when someone does something wrong, you just move.
I personally, I feel like if you've had chocolate before, you want.
That's all it is. But you don't. That is true. Yeah. Once you cheat once with someone, you already know that there is something missing, which is why that isn't even it's not something you should ask. And it's not, people say, no, is it something sexual? Is it a sexual thing? Do you want to be made love to as opposed to this, or do you want to do the whole SMH thing?
50 Shades type of
50 Shades things, do you want whips? Do you want hats? Do you want,
BDSM, there we go.
It creeps me out.
It's scary.
Why?
I would like to tie somebody up. I would not tie them up in funky position. I've never read 50 Shades or watched the movie or whatever. But
why are you putting that out there? Like, hey,
no, because the way I'm putting it, they might be thinking 50 Shades.
Yeah.
I would like tie their hands up and then me have my way with them. But I don't like.
But what's the fun in that? Then you like to be in a position of power. You never want to be dominated over. Why?
Actually, I like when the woman is.
It's liberating. That's
so
why
what I
would
like.
you never be tied up then?
it's just a thing about me. I can sit there still, fine. But I couldn't.
There's a difference. Tying someone up means, or allowing someone to tie you up means you trust them to that extent. You trust them that, you know, whatever it is that they're gonna do, because you know they won't hurt you out of malicious intent, or they won't, you know, like, obviously it's a very pleasurable act, or whatever the case may be, but, you know, people are twisted. I'm just saying that.
Let's expose
that you don't trust people enough.
I have an ex
Uh-huh.
who liked play with the boys.
Okay.
Now, I have an issue with somebody touching my neck. My neck is just, it's a no-go.
Yeah.
For whoever. And then I have an issue. She wanted to play with them. I could have trusted her with my life.
Yeah.
But
then you don't
I was
trust her.
cool.
Nah, I didn't trust her.
Nah.
You must wait to be with that one person where, you know what, everything is a go. There's no no-go area. Whatever you want. But during that tonight, I go. Then you will know what sexual liberation actually is. Until then, you're holding on to what you think is power.
Perhaps.
But
But I am very sensitive. I am very sensitive.
How do we get to 50 Shades?
Right?
I was saying something about something.
You're talking about how people
Cheating.
prefer certain.
Cheating. I was saying that it is never, from what I have learned in the past and from myself, is that it is never a matter of, it's never a sexual thing. Because if you were with someone long enough, then you are so comfortable with them that you can like tell them your fantasies, and, you know, all that other crap. And once someone cheats, it's generally a matter of some emotional imbalance or something
they're not doing.
Something they're not doing, you're not doing. Yeah, it's always just
Would you
cheat
much
shit.
rather you guys have the conversation instead
I'd
of
rather-
a person cheating? Or
Okay, I've never had someone cheat on me. But what I will tell you, oh gosh, man,
Exposure.
this fucking thing. So, I've cheated on.
Were you caught?
I was caught
Okay.
the other time, but anyway.
yeah.
So, what I would have rather had, I think now that I think about it, is it's very different if someone sits you down and you say, listen, I'm thinking about cheating on you with so and so.
Eva.
No, literally.
Specifics.
Tell them exactly who, exactly why. What that person gives you that your partner doesn't. Why you're having certain thoughts about that person and all of that. That way your partner looks at the entire situation in its totality and is able to be unbiased. Like it's no longer an emotional thing. It's no longer you cheated on me because I wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Then it's, oh, okay, so you cheated on me because this person provides this that you're missing here. So, you know, yeah.
But no, I think that conversation tends to be awkward for some people.
It's very awkward.
And then that's
I
why
feel like in a relationship you must expect.
Yeah. If you don't have the conversation, then you're going to go out and cheat.
Well, I'm not saying that.
And then
you
now
should
that
have it.
having
That
cheated
conversation
is
will be
awkward.
awkward as
No,
well.
I get that. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a conversation. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is that it tends to be awkward for some people. And
Yeah,
they
yeah,
would
yeah.
much rather say, you know what, let me just go outside. It's fine. I'll go and
Hopefully
cheat.
I'll
they
see
will
if
And
I
then
think,
you
yeah.
will find out, like
Yeah.
because I don't know. It feels. I think one would feel bad going to their partner and saying, "Look, baby, I feel like
What's the
you know
situation?
You'd be surprised.
you're doing a lot of things
You'd be
right,
so
but then
surprised.
there's this little thing
You'd be surprised.
that I
You'd be
feel
surprised.
like you're not doing. Some people tend to take it bad. They're like, "Oh, okay, so I'm not enough for you. Is that it, huh?" You
No,
know?
then if they decide to leave, then they were never enough for you to begin with. Like, if they love you to the point where they are willing to take you telling them, I'm in love with someone else. I don't want to be because I love you, you make me happy, I want to be with you. If they can take you saying that and they still want to work through shit, then you know that they love you for real. Then it's not,
For real?
for real. Hey man, but still, cheating is cheating is cheating. There's nothing,
Cheating is not cool,
you
right?
can't justify cheating, you can't.
And like I've said before, cheating is so much admin. There's so many people you need to remember.
So many stories you have to
many-
remember.
You know what I'm saying?
I delete my conversations on WhatsApp. If I speak to a specific person every single day, I won't delete that conversation. But the others gone. They're gone. Now, an ex of mine once, she had my, I don't have, because I don't cheat, I don't care what you do with your phone.
Yeah.
She had my phone, went to WhatsApp, she's like, and then, why don't you have messages? And then it nearly became something, and I was like, no. Whoa. You know what kind of person I am.
Yeah.
I don't like clutter in my,
Yeah.
except my wardrobe.
Sure.
I don't like
I
clutter.
think everybody knows that one.
I don't like my clutter in my life.
Yeah.
And then she calmed down a little bit.
Yay!
Did you get paid?
Sorry, yes.
Oh yes. That's the best thing. I got paid this morning. This
Not
morning.
just paid.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ish,
Like
when that
compliment.
money comes in, you're just sitting there like, dear God, thank you. Okay, anyway. No.
Some of us wait for that SMS.
Polygamy.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
I still pay polygamy.
You think polygamy?
I don't have an actual problem with polygamy. I think the only problem I have with polygamy is traditionally it is considered like,
Okay.
no, it's considered taboo for a woman to have more than one husband. Like, I'm lesbian, so certain things don't apply to me, but I'm also like a hardcore feminist to a very large degree.
Oh, we should have
My
had
goodness,
you.
we should have had you a few weeks
So-
ago. Man!
So I just find it like, I find it really like, it's crap that a man can have multiple wives and
And
a
it's
woman
fine.
cannot. And what they said was no, because this was the initial argument that a man is able to provide for more than one wife. And I was like, okay, cool. So then you have a woman that has her own businesses going. That is okay financially and can take care of 10, however many husbands. So then why is it not okay? And then they were like, no. This is when I got angry. That as a man, you can have sexual intercourse with women. And it's fine. But as a woman, having sexual intercourse with more than one man diminishes, it's that whole thing about diminishes your value or your worth as a woman. And then I was just like, see, now that's bullshit. Again, sorry. Because then you're saying, that that a woman is like a jug of water. And each time she has sex with someone, like you're spilling out. Whereas a man is just sealed entirely for life, and they don't lose a part of themselves in all the women that they sleep with, which is crap.
I think that is total BS.
Serial cheaters, serial lovers, serial whatever, men specifically that go around sleeping with different women, that go around having multiple relations, that go around cheating. All those men are missing something within themselves. Now you can't come here and tell me that he's a full man because, well, nothing goes in him.
No, I completely agree.
And
See, there, I do
Yeah.
have a problem with that. And it's just like how this one lady was saying, you know, what do you call a woman who has a lot of sex? Then someone picked up their hand, like, she's a whore. And they're like, okay, what do you call a man who has a lot of sex?
Yeah.
And then everybody kept quiet. She's like, see, a man who has a lot of sex is called a man. And that's how society is.
That is bull.
And,
Yeah.
and
That's
that's
the thing. We are, as much as like we might like be against it and stuff like that, at the end of the day, we are part of society, and there are certain things that we will not change,
yeah.
whether we like it or not. Like whether we can feel like it's.
I mean, the only reason it won't change is because just like you have that kind of ideology about it, someone else is sitting somewhere thinking, what kind of change will I make? So I might as well just kind of, fall in line then, cut on. Whereas if you and him stood together and said, no, we're going to make a change, then you have two out of like, it might be a big pool, but
But is it realistic?
I think so. I think so, to some degree. I think if people stop to, man, for me, it goes to the principle of littering. Like, you can't say, there's already litter, so I'll just throw my paper as well. It's the same concept. Like pick up yours, and then someone else might pick up theirs, and then before you know it, there might not be any litter at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make a change if you choose to be the one person that decides, I'm not for society. That is what you believe, good for you, live your life.
I'm going to do things differently.
Yeah,
It's the only way to live there.
it really is.
Because, I mean, I think, like, when we had that conversation about society's influence on people, how we tend to live by society standards. We always want to do things that are socially acceptable just so that people don't have you for whatever it is that you do.
I think Mpo said that regardless of what you don't like about society, and as much as you want to take yourself away from society, society still influences you.
Yeah.
In many respects, yes.
Yeah.
That is.
And
I think if you stop regarding society as a separate entity from yourself, only then can you actually be the change you want to see. I think because society is you, and you are the man. Thank you. Society is you, and you are a percentage of the society that we speak of. So, if it does influence you, then choose what about society influences you, and change what you don't want to influence you. Otherwise, don't bitch.
Who wants to look like a weirdo?
Huh?
Which is annoying. Who wants to look like a weirdo?
I don't mind looking like a
I
weirdo.
like being weird.
I am very different from most people. And the people that I get along with are like me. And I like that. I don't want to be friends with people who I have to pretend to be
something else with, yeah.
with them. I don't want that.
It's frustrating.
For instance, I have a friend he's a cool kid.
Yeah.
Tattoos, dresses, photo shoot every day, all day, Instagram filter on tab. And then he looks good, and then I walk with him dressed all-star pants and a shirt.
Yeah.
And then he's fine with that. Well, as far as I know, he's fine with that.
Yeah.
And then I'm okay with being different to him. But as long as we get along, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have to pretend in front of him. But if I had a friend, for instance, your friend, no. Let me not go there. Let me not go there. But anyway, if
I was
I had
actually thinking about that, but it's
if I
not-
had a friend who I had to dress a specific way, wear bandana, get tattoos, wear white beaters,
If you had to fit in.
yeah,
to be their
to
friend.
be their friend, then no, I'm sorry. It's late for you. I can't do
I
it.
come from a high school where it's either you fit in or
You're the
you're
odd one out.
like you're that one day sitting in the stands
You see,
by yourself.
in high school, I had this. It's not. Let me not call it a problem. It was a situation like teenage. I was in an all boys high school.
Yeah.
Né? Grade 10-ish, 10, 11-ish, weed started coming in. And then people were like, no, smoke weed,
Yeah.
And then in Matric, there was a place called the Black Wall,
Yeah.
where all the black Matrics sit. Né? And then after school, they'd go into the woods to go smoke weed or whatever. I'd be there with them. It would be fine. I would not feel the pressure to smoke.
Yeah.
But then for me, peer pressure is nothing. It just rolls off my back.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. But then if they made me feel like, no, buddy, you can't be here because you're not smoking, then I wouldn't even know them then. I'd be like, okay, it's fine. You feel that way. Soda for you.
It's not the same for everyone, hey? It's not the same for everybody.
If it
There are
was-
some people who feel like they need to belong somewhere, you know, so they would bend a little bit to make things happen, to put themselves on the map. There are some who would do that. I know of people who are like that. I've been around people like that. Trust me, this peer pressure thing is real. But then I feel like, again, peer pressure stops at 21. Beyond that, really,
It's
you
your
need to have
fault.
a mind of your own. Like, you can't be out here blaming your peers for the things that you do, bruh.
But now you've been influenced all your life
You're an
by
adult,
your
right?
peers, and you could fall back on peer pressure. Now you're an adult.
Okay, maybe
Maybe you coin it as something else.
I'm looking at a situation where you grow up and you realize what I'm taking. I don't need
While
to
you're
do this
growing up.
Yeah.
in my life, you know. Like as you grow up, you realize that I don't have to follow this trend.
Yeah.
I don't have to be as cool as my friends are or whatever. I don't know, dude. I
It's a
just think like at
life.
some point, dude, you need to have a mind of your own.
Yeah.
Really.
But even then, how do you get somebody to think for themselves?
It's hard.
It's there's some picture I saw. It's like a bird with no wings. Basically, it was saying if you're born within a system
Yeah.
and then you see somebody else who is not within that system, you would think they have a problem. Where in fact it is you
It's the
who
system
have a
that
problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
How do
then
you
that
get
changes
people
the
to
game.
think for themselves? Like my cousins, they are 4 years apart, I think, but they are close,
Yeah.
né? Brother and sister. There was a time where these Arab-looking scarves came in.
Oh, I hated those things. Sorry.
I saw that.
Immediately,
Some money and things.
when they came out, they bought them.
Great.
BlackBerry, they bought them. There was a period of time where Cavellas were in, they wanted them.
Man,
The period of time when Jack Puzzles came in, they got them. And now, I want Jack Puzzles, but I don't want them because people wanted them. I want them because I like them.
yeah.
It's like music. I was talking to Rue once
Yeah.
about what's his name? Kendrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how he said I should listen to his music. Because I said I don't listen to music when there's hype around. He said, no, I must listen to it, wait for the hype to die down, and then listen to it again to know if I like it. I was like, no, because then the hype will influence me. I will listen to it when there's no hype.
Yes.
And then I'll know for sure whether I like
Whether
it.
you like him or not.
I listen to Buddhas. I listen to Hugh Masekela. I listen to Oliver Mtukudzi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's zero hype around those people, but I like their music.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that stuff.
But no.
I like Casper's music before he was even Casper. When he was with no your vest ponytail, when he was still just
When
a
the
boy.
ponytail was still small.
Yeah, when there was no ponytail,
Oh, okay.
even. I like that.
Alright.
But now, dark shadow.
I don't
no,
like when he's
That is now you can't imply that it's not good music because there's suddenly hype. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But I don't want them to influence me.
You don't want the hype to influence
I
you here.
want to make my decision.
To answer your question about getting people to think for themselves, I think it goes back to what Tambo said about you being the change. You doing you, people see you doing you, and then when they make up their own mind and feel that, you know what, this person is actually quite content with doing things for themselves, maybe I should give it a shot as well. Remember, at the end of the day, you can't influence people to do things. You could suggest someone does something. You could suggest someone change their life. Like, for example, my dad could tell me, Tenu, you need to eat healthier.
Never. Cake is so nice.
He cannot change my diet
For you,
physically.
yeah.
He cannot, well, besides the fact that he can't cook, he cannot, go to the kitchen and fix healthy meals for me on my behalf. I have to make that decision.
Sure.
I have to decide what, okay, Shisanyama, we are divorced now, it's fine.
For sure.
I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to start eating rabbit food. I mean, look, junk food is brilliant. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say this. I've said it before so many times. I don't believe that I am ever going to have a flat stomach because junk food and chips are amazing. Thank you.
And good.
Done.
Mwah.
Fries are amazing.
Drops like.
Fries are amazing. Yes, I will go to the gym. Yes, I will drink water. But this flat stomach is a myth. I can't do it.
You must
I feel
have
like
your
the stomach
BE.
cannot be flat
Your
enough.
black eating.
Stomach cannot be flattened.
It can't be flat enough. Somebody will have a six-pack and say, I want my stomach to be flatter. Guy,
What do you
come
want?
walking Ali. Yo, I've got
And-
rolls
You
and rolls
explain
and rolls.
that, come
You know what I'm
on.
saying? I've got rolls and rolls and rolls.
Okay,
That time, I'm not the one complaining saying I need to have a flat
Sure.
stomach. For what? No.
There's some.
I'm thinking
I think
about
it-
my friend right now. It's actually pissing me
I
off.
think it was a picture or a video where some. It was actually a video. Some girls was being interviewed like, why do you think? Why are bigger girls so happy? Like because we're full.
Hey,
Hey man,
I like that.
there is
I'm going to steal
that's
it.
the best way to put it.
I'm going to steal it. I like that one.
But yeah, anyway.
It's not necessarily true, but I like it. I like
But
it.
okay, yeah. We spoke about it. Yeah, anything to say? Final thoughts.
Look,
Jerry's final thoughts.
with this particular
Sorry.
topic,
He actually has an intelligent show now. A show for intelligent
Here's another
intellectual
show.
topics.
What's it called?
It's about, apparently the show is on quantum mechanics and
get out of here.
Jerry Springer. and he was being interviewed by some Dutch, never mind, continue. Final thoughts.
I'm interested, but it's fine. Regarding our topic, honestly speaking, the judgment at some point,
It must
in
go
as much
away.
as we can't avoid it, one cannot base their life decisions on people's judgment. You need to do you, bruh, at the end of the day. Forget what people say, forget what people think. Start deleting
Be
people
about
on
you.
WhatsApp and Instagram and everywhere
Yes,
else.
sir.
Start breaking up friendships, bruh. It's gonna make your life so much better. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Too much, too nice, too lovely.
I know what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
bye bye and peace out.
Good night.
Sure.
Success.